Welcome, weebs, gamers, and nerds alike. As winter season comes to a close, it's time to get prepared for the absolutely stacked lineup we have for spring. There are a lot of shows and sequels coming out, so this video is only going to cover brand new shows that are starting this spring. Make sure to subscribe for more geek content, and let's get into it. First, we have the highly anticipated one in Kaiju number 8. With the highest kaiju emergence rates in the world, Japan is no stranger to attack by deadly monsters. Enter the Japan Defense Force, a military organization tasked with the neutralization of kaiju. The main character, Kafka Hibino, a kaiju corpse cleanup man, has always dreamed of joining the force, but when he gets another shot at achieving his dream, he undergoes an unexpected transformation. This story takes a unique spin on the kaiju genre, showing us the side we never see in the cleanup unit. It's also refreshing to see the MC be middle-aged instead of the usual younger protagonist. With A1 Pictures animating this, who just did a phenomenal job with Solo Leveling and are also known for their great works in SAO and more, and a great manga to adapt that I've really enjoyed reading, we are extremely excited to see this start on April 13th. Next, we have a remake of an old classic with Spice and Wolf. It follows Lawrence, who's a traveling merchant selling various goods from a horse-drawn cart. One day, he arrives at a village and meets a beautiful girl with the ears and tail of an animal. Her name is Hollow the Wise Wolf, and she brings bountiful harvests. She wishes to return to her homeland, and Lawrence offers to take her. Now the once lonely merchant and the once lonely wise wolf begin their journey north. I don't know a whole lot about this show as I haven't seen the original, but I do know it is considered amazing and one of the best romance shows out there. This looks like it could be a nice, relaxing show in a cool fantasy world that could definitely pull on those heartstrings. If you like romance and fantasy, check this one out as the first episode airs April 1st. Speaking of relaxing, next on this list is Bartender Glass of God. This is another remake of a classic, but it kinda also gives Death Parade vibes. It follows a bartender who listens and helps the troubled souls that come into his bar and makes them a unique cocktail just for them. This has that nice mysterious air to it that'll just sink its hooks into you. It also has the makings of a great drama slice of life that'll definitely surprise people starting on April 3rd. Go Go Loser Ranger looks as if it'll be the next big take on the superhero comic trope. Imagine The Boys, but Power Rangers, and that immediately tells you what you're in store for. It follows heroes who are fighting against a monster army and trying to keep Earth safe. Or are they? In truth, the invaders were subjugated within a year, forced to continue to crank out a monster a week for the Rangers to crush in front of their adoring fans. But one monster has had enough. Something has to change. He'll rebel against the might of the Dragon Rangers and destroy them all from the inside. The comedy and action in this look to be top tier, and with all the hype surrounding this show, we can't wait to see it starting airing on April 7th. Windbreaker is next on this list, which follows a high school where the average scores are the lowest, but the fights are the strongest. Furin High School is renowned as a super school of delinquents. Haruka Sakura, a first-year student, came from the outside city to fight to the top. However, Furin High School has become a group that protects the town called the Chime of the Windbreaker, Bofurin. The heroic legend of high school delinquent Sakura begins here. The action in this will be great, especially with Cloverworks doing the adaptation. This will definitely scratch your beat 'em up action itch when it comes out on April 4th. Unnamed Memory is up next, and it looks to pay homage to your old school typical fantasy trope of the hero going into a tower to save the damsel in distress. However, it looks to take its own unique spin on the concept, as the main character finds out climbing a deadly tower, he seeks the power of its master, the Witch of the Azure Moon. He hopes her incredible magic can break a curse that will kill any woman he takes for a wife. When the prince sees how beautiful Tanasha is, though, he has a better idea. Since she's certainly strong enough to survive his curse, she just married him instead. Tanasha isn't keen on the idea, but agrees to live with Oscar in the royal castle for a year while researching the spell placed on the prince. The witch's pretty face hides several lifetimes of dark secrets, however, secrets that begin resurfacing. This should be a really good fantasy mystery story, and I cannot wait to start watching this on April 9th. The New Gate is the new gaming isekai that leans more SAO than Shangri-La Frontier. It follows an online game transformed into a life and death struggle for its players, thanks to a valiant efforts of Sheen, the most powerful of them all. An end to the game and freedom for everyone seem just within reach. But just moments after Sheen defeats the game's final boss, he finds himself bathed in an unknown light and transported some 500 years into the future of the in-game world. Thrown from a simple game gone wrong into a strange new land, one young swordsman of unrivaled strength is about to embark on a legendary journey. If the trailers are to be believed, and the animation in this looks outstanding, and as gamers, this has us excited for when it starts airing April 13th. Fable is next, and no, not that Fable, but this Fable. It follows a Yakuza hitman who was so good at his job that his boss forced him to retire. See, when you're the infamous prodigy hitman known as the Fable, many things come easy to you. Being a normal person, however, isn't one of them. In fact, being told that you can't kill anyone for a while may just be the hardest job Fable's ever taken. It has Way of the House Husband vibes, and I am all here for it. As long as it can balance the comedy with its tougher dramatic moments, this could be yet another show to start watching on April 6th. Re-Monster is your typical reincarnation isekai, but with the slime twist. This time as a goblin instead. After meeting an untimely death, Tomokui Kanata is reincarnated as a lowly goblin, but he's worked up a monstrous appetite. Thanks to his new ability that allows him to grow stronger the more he feeds, his feeble status quickly changes, and he rises to become the goblin leader. With a mix of his past memories, new body, and strong stomach, he's taken a bite out of the new fantastical world. Will this be phenomenal? Probably not, nor will this be outstanding or something new that we haven't seen before. But it looks like it'll have a fun plot with good action and a decent world building. If that sounds like your kind of show, pick this up as it starts airing April 4th. Last and definitely not least, we have the next big manhwa to get an adaptation in Viral Hit. It's your typical average zero to hero story, but it does have the makings to be an outstanding story. Scrawny high school student Hoban Yu is probably the last guy you'd expect to star in a new tube channel that revolves around fighting. But after following some advice from a mysterious NewTube channel, Hoban is soon knocking out guys stronger than him and raking in that money that he could have never dreamed of. Can Hoban keep this up, or will he eventually meet his match? With how big social media has become, Viral Hit could strike that chord and resonate with a lot of people. I've heard this is a great manhwa, and so hopefully this gets the Soul Leveling and Tower of God treatment and is amazing. We'll find out starting on April 10th. That ends our video on the most anticipated anime coming spring 2024. Since this is one of the biggest seasons in a while, there's a lot we didn't cover, so what are some of the shows you're looking forward to? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video.